Hi, my name is Taban. I'm an oculoplastic surgeon in Beverly Hills. In this video, I'll be talking to you about the aging process in the forehead and brows and what treatment options are available. Droopy eyebrows or droopy forehead is inevitable in the aging process, but it also depends on genetics. Some people get it a lot more than others. In order to create a youthful eyes, the eyebrow position is also important. So if there is an eyebrow droopiness, it should be addressed at the same time to complement the results. But the most important idea is to keep everything natural. When it comes to brow lift, the less is more. If you just want a little bit of a brow lift and the patient is younger, usually a chemical brow lift using Botox or Xeomin or Dysport will do the trick. That lasts about 3-4 months. If the brow droopiness is worse and the patient is probably older, then a surgical brow lift is useful. When it comes to brow lift, the sex of the patient is also important. A male brow is shaped differently than a female eyebrow. In a female eyebrow, the outer tail needs to be higher than the inner tail. In the male eyebrow, the eyebrow is, first of all, is usually lower and it's more straight. You want to be conservative when you're doing a brow lift, women and male, but especially in males. And in males, it's better not to do a brow lift unless it's really needed. In females, though, it's really advantageous to have the outer tail inner than the inner tail. There are many different techniques of doing eyebrow forehead lifts, and I'll talk to you about each procedure and give you the pros and cons. One technique, which is not a cosmetic procedure in general, at least not for females, but it can be for males, is called a direct brow lift when the incision is at the eyebrow hairline. Obviously, that leaves a scar, which is not great for females. On the other extreme is called a coronal brow lift, where the incision goes from one ear to the other. I don't think many people use this technique anymore. It has significant downtime. I certainly have never used that technique. One less option is called endoscopic forehead lift, where the incisions are behind the hairline, small incisions, and the forehead is lifted that way. However, a much easier technique, if you're just trying to lift the outer tail of the eyebrow, is called a pretracheal technique, where the incision is along the hairline from about here to here in the temple, and just skin is removed. This is a fairly easy procedure, and it can be done with local anesthesia with quick recovery. And I have published on this technique. You can find the manuscript on my website. This technique is really for females only, not for males. Because again, in females, you want the outer tail to be higher than the inner tail. And because of the hairline, it's much easier to hide the scar than in a short hair in the male patient. The recovery of eyebrow lift, especially if you're using this minimal invasive technique, is having bruising swelling for about 10 days. There should not be any pain. That's not going to be controlled by oral medication the first day, and after the first day there should not be any pain at all. A patient is able to do light activity. They can go outside and they don't sit at home. This is again outpatient procedure. Can even be done under local anesthesia in the office. But again, the most important is the goal. The goal is to achieve a look that is natural but youthful and appropriate for the age. So the goal is not to make a 60-year-old eyebrows look like a 20-year-old. The goal is to make it better for the age so they look more refreshed, more rested without looking surgical. One other point worth making is the eyebrow position is not the only factor that happens during the aging process. Also, there's volume loss of the eyebrows and around the eyebrows. That deflation makes the eyebrows sag a little bit and wrinkle. So adding volume either through fat injection, patient's own fat, or through synthetic fill injections can also be complementary to give the best natural results.